all, and welcome back to WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Rise of the Bear Fangs, with Arctos, Viper, and the rest of the pack. In the last episode, we finished up the Growing Pups quest, and we are now in the Young Hunters quest. So we saved the pups' first hunt for this episode, so we need to find something for them to hunt, preferably elk. Right now, I'm only picking up on mule deer, so I'm going to take a look around, I'm going to see what I can find, and once we find some elk, I'll catch back up with you. Uh-oh. Well, we're following the trail of the elderberry herd, but we seem to have stumbled upon some dispersal males, I think. Yep, they appear to just be dispersals. Well, we don't want them on our territory. Obviously, they're not an immediate threat to our pups, but clearly they are not friendly either. So, there go those three. I'm not going to bother with naming them at this time. They're just some dispersals, and they're not relevant to our story in any particular way. There is a bison herd over here, but we're not going to go after that because we do have the scent of the elderberry herd, so I'm still following that. Okay, so unfortunately we've passed into the Geode Pack territory. So we're gonna have to hope that the Geode Pack does not pick up our scent. Whoa, something weird happened with the camera right there. We're gonna have to hope the Geode Pack does not pick up our scent as we continue our search for the elderberry herd. Our territory did decay quite a bit in the Growing Pups quest, so it's a little bit smaller than I would like and a little bit weaker than I would like. As a result, I haven't been able to find an elk herd in our territory, so here we go into Geode territory, hoping that they do not find us. Okay, it looks like we're coming up on the elderberry herd now. Now, where are they? There they are. We're gonna want to try to push them back into our territory without pushing them over into the Coyote Creek territory. So let's see what we can do here. I don't really want to start howling, because that will probably alert the Geode Pack to our presence faster than just kind of being in their territory. Thankfully, they are on the run, so here we go. Pups first hunt. Oh, and elk just kind of coming out of nowhere. Obviously, we're going to want to avoid trample damage as much as possible, so as the pups haven't hunted anything yet, they're kind of hanging back, waiting for us to give the first cue. Sitka there has his tail between his legs, poor thing. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is for one of these elk to fall. Preferably, I mean, it'd be nice if there was a cow elk, because then you don't have the issue, like if it's a calf, of the mother coming over and trying to kick your pups while they're trying to hunt. But we'll just have to see. We still have a while to chase them before we get back into our territory, so it's not like we're running out of time. Nope, we're not going after that bull elk. I think that was a bull elk. That is a recipe for disaster right there, so even though he fell down, we're not going after him. We need something a little bit easier for the pups' first hunt. Oh, this could be the one? Alright, this is an elk calf. Sugar is helping us out here. I don't see the mother. Oh, it's back up and running. Oh, go on, little Fang! Amazing! I didn't see if any of the other pups managed to get in there, but I see that little Fang got at least one bite. So that went really well. Nobody got hurt, and we've got food for the pack. We also managed to end up right at the edge of our territory, so no trouble from the Geode Pack either. Let's see, what quests, what do we have to get done before the end of Young Hunters? We need to get everyone to 100% experience, we need to get everyone to 80 pounds, and we need to visit 10 border hexes. So right now it looks like even though Little Fang did get a bite in there, she's still at the lowest experience, just slightly. And obviously the pups are still quite light. We've got a ways to go before we get to the end of this quest, but this is a good start. I think, honestly, almost all of the pups have eaten. Sitka still has a little bit more to eat. But with the fact that nobody's really injured, we could honestly go for another calf. And I might just do that, just because it does take quite a long time to get the necessary experience to get them to the end of the Young Hunter's quest, so it can't hurt, I don't think, to get a little bit more experience. And the the herd is still right here, so let's give it a shot. Somebody's howling. Was that our pack? Probably. Okay. We've got Oakley up near the front now, as well as our yearlings. I don't see any of the other pups just yet. But once again, we are going to be trying to run these elk deeper into our territory and see if one of them stumbles. Oh, there goes Echo. Didn't make it very far, but thought about biting one of those elk. It's so fun this time of year when you get the whole pack out and running, just to kind of... Oh, there's one. Now the mother this time is quite close by, so we'll want to be a little bit more careful. Okay. That, once again, didn't cause us any problems, really. Didn't look like our pups of the year got a lot of experience there. But they did get a bit, so I'll take it. That also gets us a little bit farther from the border. I was kind of worried about sleeping right next to the Geode Pack territory, so hopefully we are able to sleep here and we don't get ambushed when we wake up. Okay, I don't immediately see any threats aside from that bunch of coyotes, which, not super scary. Oh, and the herd's right here again. I mean, they're basically asking us to hunt them again. I'll let everybody eat first, but then, you know, the pups need lots of experience, so lots of practice is going to be helpful in that. Okay, let's get a rally going. Hello, little fox. Alright, and we're off. Let's see, oh, wow, they're already running. I wonder if they... Ah, there are some wolves in there hunting. Nope. Yes, wolves. Wolves and a bear and her cub. I'm not quite sure who this is. Looks like the same Mill Creek dispersals that we saw last time. Again, not really a threat, but a little bit annoying. Clearly they didn't learn the lesson that this is our territory and they're still hanging around. Again, I guess they have to hang around somewhere. It's not like they have territory of their own, and the map is pretty full. Okay, let's not get trampled. Oh. Yeah, there they go, causing trouble again. Can you guys just get out of here? There's really no need to fight us, and you're not going to win. There's a lot more of us than there is of you. Okay, there they go. Now we can get back to hunting. Okay, there goes the herd again. So we are going to want to keep an eye on this bull that is running near the back, and someone's taking our territory. We don't have that much as it is. You don't need to take it. Oh, goodness. Well, obviously we're in the middle of something. A viper, why? Come on, viper. You know we're not hunting the bull. Oh, dear, and we're back in Geode Pack territory. Let's see if I can get them to turn. My cat wants very badly to sit on my lap, but he's, oh. Alright, well that didn't really count as a hunt, I don't think. I guess we'll mark it, because we're going to be leaving the Geode Pack territory soon anyway. And then we're just going to keep going. We're basically feeding our enemies at this point. Oh well. I really didn't think that the calf would be that close to, Yeah. Well, here we go. Back on the hunt. And once again, we've got our yearlings kind of leading the charge, with the pups of the year hanging back, aside from... Oh, here they come. Here they come. Okay. Now, pups. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for a weak... Okay. I overdid it again. Just picturing Arctos trying to teach his pups, like, okay, and you bite the elk calf like this, and it immediately dies, and they don't get any chance to actually practice that themselves. Maybe he's a little too hands-on, but I guess that means we can keep practicing. Their experience is slowly growing just from watching us. I think when they get to about like 80%, that stops being quite so beneficial. Let's keep trying. Okay, it's chasing Viper. This is less than ideal. Can you guys start running again, please? Nope. Viper! Is that even a good idea? Oh, well, I guess it is. Okay. So, there goes Sugar and Oakley. We want to stay close by, just to make sure that if Oakley actually grabs on, that she's not there all by herself. That seems like an easy way for pups to get kicked off and get a critical hit. Of course, the only one who got kicked off there, well, both of us, but I didn't hold on long enough to actually do any damage. Echo and Little Fang getting in there, getting a bite, and that's the end of the hunt again. These are going very, very quickly, and we're once again in geopack territory. That's kind of annoying. I'm gonna see if we can't make this our territory, seeing as it's down at 51%. We're gonna need it, apparently, since somebody down there, probably Coyote Creek, is stealing our territory over in the corner. Alright. Let's let everybody eat up, and then we'll probably get some more rest. Once again, we apparently wake up to a peaceful morning, no apparent trouble from the geopack, despite the fact that we just stole their hex and are just kind of sitting on their border. Arctos is letting all the pups eat, and then we're gonna head down and mark some territory down to the south. Honestly, the pups are doing pretty well in terms of experience so far. We are getting to the point where they're gonna need to hunt for themselves already. So no more Arctos kind of just running in there and doing everything for them. We'll see how that goes shortly. Oh, hi, Echo! There's always time for a little bouncy run. Oh, they look so silly. The pups are really cute, honestly, but the adults look really silly. Alright, that's enough fun. We will leave that carcass for the coyotes, and we're gonna head down and see if we can't keep that territory down by geopack strong. Realizing that this is gonna be the first time the pups have seen a lot of this territory. I mean, obviously that's part of the quest, but just kind of thinking about how much of their life they've spent just in the den area or just by the rendezvous site, not really able to see the vast expanse that is the Roaring Mountain, so this must be pretty interesting for them. They've been cooped up for so long, and now they finally get to kind of stretch their legs and have a look around. And so far, all they have seen is that this place is full of easy food, which maybe we're giving them a little bit of a rosy-tinted expectation of what life in the wild is like here. Obviously, they're going to be spending quite a bit more time with the pack before they go off and start packs of their own. We might have some of our yearlings deciding to disperse this year, but the pups are going to be with us for a while longer, so no problem probably see some hunts that are not quite as easy as the ones that we just did as well. Okay, we're really close to losing this territory, and it looks like the geopack is hanging out not far from here. We might have a confrontation here, depending on how this goes. Looks like we made it to this scent post in time. But there's another one over here. Oh, and there's a bison herd. Let's give them their space. Maybe when we have a little bit of a more established pack, we'll start taking a look at the bison. Obviously, it's much more dangerous to hunt the bison than it is to hunt a nice, safe elk herd. So that's always something that I take into consideration when I look at the bison, is like, is it worth the risk? At the same time, if we just play it safe all the time, we lose the chance of having some interesting experiences. So there might be times when I decide that we go after some bison. But right now I just don't think it's a great idea with just having our yearlings and viper and our pups. That just sounds like it probably won't go great. Maybe when we've got some 2-year-old subordinates. Okay, so we did manage to take that little corner of the territory back. Obviously Coyote Creek did take some of our territory down near this den site. We don't need it back immediately, but we might as well head in this direction because there are some other hexes that we need to reinforce. So, I wonder if the pups might be a little disappointed, like, seeing that Arctos was thinking there might be a chance of running into the geode pack. And it's like, oh, this is our possible first battle, and then absolutely nothing came of it. We didn't run into them at all. Well, I'm sure that they will run into some danger sooner or later, whether we like it or not. But not today. Not right now. Back across the river we go, off to those other hexes. Huh. Not very often that I see a single bison just kind of all by itself. This one is obviously not emaciated, so we're not going to have anything to do with him, but interesting. I honestly haven't seen that maybe ever? Kind of weird. Maybe somebody came and hunted down one of his emaciated herd members. That's kind of sad to think about. Oh well, he seems fine hanging out over there on his own. Nobody's gonna mess with him, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Okay, well, here's that danger I was talking about. Who is this? This is the geode pack. Alright, they've got their pups of the year. And we've got ours. Okay, I can see that Chalk over there is attacking Little Fang. We want to keep an eye on everyone's health. Looks like we might be outnumbered, honestly. Bronze there is going after Viper. And Branch is going after us. This is chaotic, honestly. 2016 F here is going after Sitka. Honestly, it's hard to keep track of who isn't going after someone. Alright, I need to pop into the pack stats and see how we're doing. Echo is the one that's getting targeted the heaviest, with Oakley also getting targeted, and honestly our yearlings are taking quite a beating as well. Oh, goodness. This is just chaotic. Echo over there biting Branch. You go, Echo. Bear has suffered a minor injury. Somebody's going after Sitka. Bronze is going after Finn. Oh my goodness. It's hard to even see what's happening. There's so many wolves. I can see that we've already got Branch and 2016 F on the run. Alright, Chalk's still hanging around, even though he's getting... Chalk is one of the yearlings. Branch was the pack leader. Okay. And 27F is the other pack leader. I'm going to give her a name really quick. Ruby. That's a stone-based name. Now we can keep track of... Oh, there she is, right there, attacking Sugar. Oh goodness, we're kind of getting beat up. Okay, but they have given up their attack. How many wolves was that? They have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 wolves, and we have 10. So they did slightly outnumber us, but not by a lot. Oh my goodness, that's getting really dangerous. Okay, I'm just gonna really quickly fill these in. Honestly, the strategically smart thing to do would be to go after some of these pups while they're weak, but I don't know, I just don't think that Arctos would want to do that. Obviously, I don't think that real wolves would have any such morals, any kind of like moral issue with going after other rival wolves' pups. They do it all the time. Obviously, this pack has come after our pups, but just kind of going out of the way to maliciously go after these wolves when they're already running feels bad from a gameplay perspective. So we're gonna let them leave right now and hope we don't regret that in the future. Everybody got pretty beat up, but we do have plenty of carcasses over here, so hopefully we can just run on back and get everybody fed. And then I might go up and mark some of that territory up at the top. Yeah, let's see how quickly we could do all that. Honestly, little Fang and Sitka made it out of that relatively unscathed, which is interesting because we can't really say the same of our yearlings who all have minor injuries and are pretty low. Bear honestly could have gotten a major injury if that had kept up much longer. I wonder, it's probably, I think, because their older siblings were looking out for them and making sure that anybody who targeted them very quickly was taken care of. Arctos was definitely trying to do that as well, and I'm sure Viper was as well, so I think that overall, even though that was really chaotic and kind of scary, that we did a pretty good job keeping our pups and our pack safe. And we managed to chase off the Geode pack even though they're 2 wolves larger than us, so let's hope that keeps up. We didn't get out of it totally unscathed though, we're all kind of beat up. Alright, thankfully we managed to make our way back to a carcass and nothing is camping on top of it, so that'll give everybody a little chance to heal up and recover a little bit. I don't know, we might lose that territory up there, but I do kind of want to let everyone rest. We're all pretty hurt right now. Thankfully, everybody seems okay. Nobody seems too shaken up. Pups have good appetites, and get some rest, and maybe they can have a little bit more to eat in the morning. Okay. That rest basically got most of us all the way back up to full, so that was just the recovery that we needed from that scuffle. It does appear that nobody was too badly hurt. That's good. We do need to get over there and reinforce those hexes before Coyote Creek or Undyne Falls takes them. Or, honestly, the Geode pack is closer. What's going on with Undyne Falls? Have we met them? No, we haven't met them at all. Let's hope we get to keep it that way, because obviously that means they haven't messed with us yet. They haven't come after our pups yet. And that's just fine by me, and I'm sure it's just fine by Arctos. Okay, we are out of that carcass. Maybe we can swing by another one on the way to reinforce those hexes. Nope, not swinging by that one. That one's got bears on it. Well, that's that. Sometimes you hunt a bunch and then other predators come along and just kind of eat all of it. I do remember that's been mentioned in some devlogs at the very least, that wolves in Yellowstone don't really cache prey because there is so much competition, so even if you do manage to take down a couple of elk, something else is going to come along and nibble on it until it's all gone. So we'll just have to go hunting again. Maybe we'll come across something as we're heading up to those weak hexes. Oh, or we'll just come across something right now. That was like 2 seconds after I finished talking. Might as well. Let's get a rally going. And by the time we get over there, the elk are no longer going to be spooked, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but very important to rally. Very important to get this rally going. Okay. Onward! Of course the bull elk is standing right there. Flame? Maybe don't get too close to him? Okay, they're running again. Good. I know that I didn't turn on critical hits for adults, at least I don't think I did, but still, she's still just a yearling. We want to be careful with her. Okay, we can see that the pups are all up near the front now, looking for an opportunity to participate in the hunt. Now that they've gotten up to a little bit higher experience, they're a little bit more sure of themselves. And Viper has already selected which elk she wants to go after, apparently. I'm not sure if this is actually a good choice, but we'll find out. It's not the worst. It's not the worst choice. Oh my gosh. Did Oakley just get trampled? No. Okay. Oakley's fine. It's not the worst choice, certainly. That elk is sort of weak, but not in such a state that I really want to start going after that one and targeting her specifically. Can we get to this one? Oh, this is a spike elk. Okay, Echo. Bolt? Is this a bad idea? Who knows? Oh! Well, good thing that was us and not Little Fang, because, that looked like a crit to me. Okay, well, that could have gone worse. Little Fang obviously did get kicked off and take quite a bit of damage, but she's alive. She's, relatively uninjured. I don't think the pups can get injuries. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself on that. I'm like 99% sure they can't, but, yeah, I'm glad that kick hit Arctos and not one of the pups, because that looked like it would have been bad. That's why I try to stay really close to the pups while we're hunting, so if they are gonna kick somebody, that it's me and not, or rather, that it's Arctos, one of the parents, and not one of the more vulnerable pups. So that could have been bad, but it worked out. Yep, we're doing okay on experience. Okay, I'm gonna keep heading over, we're gonna mark that territory, and then we're gonna get some more rest, so Little Fang can heal up. That's one of those situations, where probably it wasn't the best idea to hunt that spike elk, but I feel like sometimes we need to throw in some riskier hunts to kind of give the story an opportunity to grow. Sometimes bad things are gonna happen, and that's kind of how it is. That can happen even if we're playing it safe, as safe as possible. I've definitely lost pups even when I was trying to be really careful, but I don't know. I mean, the opportunity presented itself to hunt that spike elk. Arctos decided to take it, and it worked out this time. Might not work out next time. Is that a dispersal from the geode pack? Yeah. Huh. 4-year-old dispersal from the geode pack. Interesting. I wonder if that was one of Branch's siblings? I think Branch is the original one from the geode pack, and Ruby is the one that came in as his mate after the older leaders passed away, but I'm not honestly sure. So it's interesting to see kind of an older geode dispersal around here. Obviously he's all by himself, and he's not looking to fight us, so That's good. He's got sense. We're gonna mark this last hex over here and then get some more rest. We've already gotten 13 out of 10 of the border hexes we need. That's always the requirement for this quest, that I finish first, and that's a pretty easy one to get. Okay, hex marked. Obviously we've got this 20% one down here that's not great, but I'm not overly concerned about it. We can always take that territory back. So we're gonna get some rest, let little Fang heal up, and then see what the next day brings us. Okay, territory continues to decay. Might head over, see if that spike oak has any predators sitting on it, and then it's just gonna be back to territory marking. This quest can get a bit repetitive. The pups are up to 60 pounds, but they've obviously still got quite a ways to go until the end of the quest. We're not finishing it this episode, that's for sure, but they're doing quite well on experience. They're doing okay on weight, and this is just kind of an opportunity for the pack to get used to the young hunters, joining them, and coming out on excursions and becoming a proper part of the pack. So it may feel like it drags a little bit sometimes, it may feel like it's a little bit long, but well, it is what it is. Uh-oh. There is a wolverine hanging around near this carcass. That's not ideal. Oh, running right at us. Hopefully little Fang stays out of this scuffle. She's still not completely healed. Ow! Wow. That didn't feel great. Okay. That wasn't really any trouble to chase off. We'll let the pups eat. Honestly, I might just have Arctos sleep again. We need to pass some of the time. We have the opportunity to see everyone just kind of operating as a family. They're going over and trying to play bow at Sitka. Sitka's like, I'm eating! Leave me alone! Doesn't have time to play with his big brother. Plenty for everyone to eat. Echo seems to be the last to eat over here, which is kind of interesting. Everybody else has already filled up, and Echo's still at 73%. Wonder if that speaks to her being kind of a little bit lower on the kind of hierarchy for the year's pups, or if it just happens to be she didn't eat as fast this time. It's hard to know with a lot of these things. I try to kind of look extra hard into every possible thing just to see if there's some sort of story, some sort of personality we can figure out, because I know there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but we don't necessarily see that kind of as the players and observers. So who knows? Maybe this speaks to part of the hierarchy, maybe that's just, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Alright, let's get some more rest. We can go around, do some marking, do some hunting. Everybody's healing up from that last confrontation. This, Wolverine is back again. Hey, don't go after Viper. Oakley is just doing circles around it. Ah, it's going after Bear! Hey! Oh my gosh. Did a number on poor Bear. Ah, I was hoping we could all rest and heal up, and then this Wolverine comes in out of nowhere. Well, joke's on that Wolverine. We're probably gonna finish off this carcass. Okay. I'm gonna head over here and do some marking over here. Maybe along the way we will come across a herd, and if we do, maybe we'll do one more hunt this episode. Otherwise, might be about time to wrap up. We'll see. I'm noticing Oakley running near the front of the pack a lot. So that's kind of interesting to observe. Maybe she's, they're a little more bold or a little more eager to kind of see where we're going next. Maybe out of all the pups, she's one of the more adventurous ones, and she's kind of like, I want to see all the reaches of the territory. I want to see everywhere we could possibly go. In fact, why don't we push the territory farther? And Arctos is like, that's okay. Let's just, let's stick with what we've got. It's certainly provided us plenty of elk so far. We don't need to go picking fights unnecessarily. Which is something interesting for Arctos to say given the entire theme of the last series that he was a part of, but he's put that behind him. He's just working on building and taking care of his family now. No more revenge quests for him. At least for now. Dun dun dun! No, probably for the foreseeable future. Hopefully nothing bad enough happens that we need to go on a revenge quest. Yeah, Oakley really is sticking near the front of the pack all this time. Interesting. Okay, we've marked that corner. We can go around, reinforce this. So far, no scent of elk. So off we go again. Oh, is that an elk herd I smell? Seems like the maple herd might be over here somewhere. We could maybe do one more hunt to wrap up the episode. And as I say that, the scent spores immediately disappear. No, there's one. Okay. Looks like that dispersal from the geode pack is still hanging around. That's probably Rusty. I wonder if we'll see anything interesting from him, or if he'll just kind of hang around for a while, find a mate, and leave like most dispersals do. He's probably too old for any of our pups to ever eventually consider taking him as a mate. He's already 4, and obviously our oldest ones are still yearlings, so probably not in the cards, but who knows? We might have a forbidden romance at some point. I'm sure at some point Arctos is going to have to face having his own pups as rivals. I don't know that I've had any wolves so far who's not had one of their pups start up a rival pack, and that poses its own set of challenges. Naturally, Arctos isn't going to want to go after his own family, but he's going to have to protect his latest litter of pups, even if that means fighting his older pups. Thankfully, we're not to that point yet, but I don't know, it might just be a matter of time. Place your bets now on who's actually going to disperse and possibly start a rifle pack. If I had to guess, probably Finn. I don't know. I'm just getting vibes from Finn. I feel like Finn could disperse and start a rival pack and cause some trouble. Imagine if it was Bear though. That would feel like such a betrayal. I feel like Bear's always been there, like looking out for his other siblings, and if he were to leave and start a rival pack, that would really be like, that would hurt. But we can't keep them with us forever. Most of our pups are going to disperse at some point and make some sort of life for themselves. We just kind of have to hope it's not opposed to us. Like, maybe they find a nice mate and they leave and go to a different map. That would be lovely. I seem to have lost the scent of the maple herd. Oh, there they are. That explains why I lost their scent. We ran right past them. Okay, let's do our rally here. We are in a 56% hex. Can't hurt to strengthen that up, and we'll see how this hunt goes. Maybe we'll try to let the pups take a more active role in this one, see how that shakes out. Hi, Oakley. Right at the front of the pack again. Oh, little Fang, not to be outdone. We could see the Coyote Creek pack howling over there. Probably not too happy that we took part of their territory. But they took part of our territory first, so fair's fair. Alright, here we go. Oh, now we're in their territory again. I don't really want to fight them. but I do want these elk to run. Oakley, be careful, please. Everyone's getting very, very close to the elk herd. And the Coyote Creek wolves are obviously right there. That's not ideal. Oh, okay. Come on. Can't mark territory well, and we weren't in a fight a second ago. Alright. Our territory now. After the elk we go. Okay. We're gonna want them to head north. I don't know if we can get up near the front of the herd and kind of get them to turn. Viper, as usual, kind of running right in there. We're heading them right toward that rock pile. Hopefully they stick to the right of it, because I don't really want to get them stuck up against the rocks and then have them going in an elk cyclone. Okay. Who will fall? Who will be our target? Viper! You're teaching the pups bad habits! Oh, maybe this one? Okay, this is a cow elk, so we don't have to worry about a mother kicking us, but we do have to worry about the fact that she's a little bit stronger. Okay, we do want the pups to get in there, but we don't want them to get kicked, so... Okay. Alright, you got this, Sitka. Nice. Great job, everybody. Let's see. They didn't get a ton of experience, but I think that was pretty good for their first kind of hunt where they took a really active role. Everybody got in there and got a bite on the elk, so not bad, not bad. Alright, that's about all the time I have for today, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time back with Arctos and Viper and the rest of the Bear Fangs. See ya!